I am Prabhahari, Physics faculty from Competitive Edge. Today we are going to discuss a problem in laws of motion. It is a frequently asked problem in IIT, NEET as well as AIIMS. The problem is about two objects M1 and M2 are connected through a pulley and one of the object is being suspended on the other sides. Now we are going to discuss the problem into two parts. First, horizontal surface, next one is as it is suspended one of its sides. Let us consider an object of mass m1 and m2. As the object is accelerating in this direction, is m1, m2. T. What is tension? Tension is an exerted force against a pulley. So, at this point of an object mass m1, tension is exerted in this direction. For object of mass m2, tension T is exerted in this direction. So, on writing the equation, it is for object of mass m2, it is force. Always we have to consider the direction of force as a positive one. So, F minus T is equal to m2a. These two are the forces acting on the object of mass m2. The next of object mass m1, it is tension T is equal to m1a. Next one, the second part of the problem, that is pulley. For pulley we have two objects mass m1 and m2. By looking at the pulley, it will be easy for us to guess it. An object of mass m1 will be accelerating upwards and an object of mass m2 will be accelerating downwards. Here in terms of acceleration, we have to consider only this part. When it is accelerating upwards, the direction of force T is positive. When it is accelerating downwards, the direction of force m2g is positive. So, we get two equations based on this. When accelerating upwards, tension T is a positive force, T minus the downward force is m1g. So, T minus m1g is acting on the object of mass m1. So, the force is T minus m1g is equal to m1a. And on object m2, the force is, the object is accelerating downwards. So, force becomes, the downward force is m2g. As it is accelerating downwards, the force m2g is positive. So, m2g, T is in the opposite direction. So, m2g minus T is equal to m2a. So, within this we will be able to calculate acceleration as well as tension in these two cases. We have a shortcut for this problem. Whenever we get two objects in a horizontal surface, acceleration is always force by total mass. So, force F divided by total mass is m1 plus m2. And in terms of tension, T is always in the opposite direction of force. So, what is the opposite direction of force? Here we have an object of mass m1. So, tension always relies on this object. T becomes m1a. So, when we compare these two, this will take time to calculate the problem, but here within this shortcuts we will be able to solve the problem as early as possible. Next, as similar to this case horizontal surface, we have shortcuts for pulley related problems. The shortcut is acceleration is always difference of the masses into acceleration due to gravity divided by total mass. Always in denominator we get total mass. And tension, in terms of tension, it is suspended at two sides. So, it is tension T is equal to twice of product of the masses into acceleration due to gravity divided by total mass. Now, we are getting into the problem. Three objects of mass m1, m2 and m3 are connected in such a way. Here we will be asked to calculate acceleration, tension T1 or tension T2. Now, we are going to write the equations. For this object, that is m3, the equation is, as it is accelerating downwards, the downward force is positive, m3g minus T1 is equal to m3a. And for this object, what is the direction of the force? This is the direction of the force. So, T1 is positive, T1 minus T2, because at this object of mass m2, we have two forces T1, T2. As T1 is in the direction of acceleration, T1 is positive, T1 minus T2, it is acting in an object of mass m2. T1 minus T2 is equal to m2a. And similarly, at object m1, T2 is nothing but T2 is m1a. Now, we write the equations, acceleration, tension T1 and tension T2. Acceleration at this case is always acceleration relies on the object which is being suspended. So, the acceleration becomes A is equal to m3g divided by m1 plus m2 plus m3, and tension T, as similar to this case, tension always relies on the opposite direction of force. Here we discussed T relies on M1. As similar to this, here T1 relies on, here we have two objects beyond T1. So here it is, T1 is nothing but M1 plus M2 into A, and similarly T2 relies on the object of mass M1 alone. So T2 is equal to M1A. Within this shortcut, we will be able to solve the problem easily. Hope you understood this concept. Thank you.